coffee is done. I've been away from home for 3 weeks. It feels like years. Let me get my coffee and then we shall talk. Holy crap. Can you see that steam? Is it steaming up? Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. So it has been an entire week since I posted a video. Technically 2 weeks because the last video I posted was of me dancing to I Believe in a Thing Called Love. For those of you who don't know that song, we are no longer friends. No, I'm kidding. It's The Darkness, and they have been around quite a long time and are still kicking and have really catchy songs. Yep. Also, this is my TARDIS mug. It's got a little top. And then if I spin it carefully while burning my fingers, it's got the actual TARDIS. People have been asking me how school has been and if I'm well adjusted yet. And I had a couple stories to share with my family, which we, of course, laughed over, and it was about what happened last night. I basically told them I am adjusted. I'm getting used to living on my own. And it has its ups and its very, very, very pitted of hell downs. And I'll get into that a bit later. But I wanted to make a little up-a-doodle video updating people, saying that school is going great. And that I saw Mother and I touched them. It was fantastic. I bought the vinyl of Sticks because I love vinyls. It sounds way better on vinyl. And then I also got their set list. I also went to Canada's Wonderland last week, and it poured on us. And by the time we finished going on all the rides, the sun came out. That shit happens! I'm a rambling fiend. I have been recording for a long time, but that's the magic of editing. You don't realize how much I stand in front of the camera and ramble about random things that don't make sense at all. Thing is, during technically my first week of school, I wanted to make a week video, basically updating how my first week went. Thing is, my first week was like any first week of school. You do nothing whatsoever. Thing I'm noticing is the lack of sleep, and the eating routines have changed tremendously. But it sucks because my schedule goes from early, so my Monday class is at 9 o'clock, and then on Tuesday I get to get up later, so it's not till 11, and then Wednesday my class isn't till 12. But the thing about Wednesday is my classes technically go from 12 to 6. So it is a pretty long day. Mind you, we get an hour of free time in between. But it can make the day seem very long, and it can tire me out pretty quickly. Like, look at the permanent bags I have under my eyes now because of what this week did to me. But on Wednesday, it was the Mother concert. I didn't even eat supper that night. I had 2 pieces of toast that day. Yeah, that's all I had on Wednesday. Thursday. The only disadvantage of Wednesday's concert was I did not get in till 12:30 and was unable to sleep because of all the adrenaline excitement running through my veins. But of course, that day my next class on Thursday starts at 9, and it kind of screws with my sleeping pattern because knowing that I don't have to get up until a later time, I obviously either stay up later or I get up at a later time, or sometimes my mind just subconsciously wakes me up at 8 in the morning. I got up, but I was exhausted, and I had only gotten maybe 6 hours, which is more hours people get in a week sometimes, which is really sad, because then that's like an hour a day. 6 hours for me does not go over well. And of course, the next day, Friday, I had a class at 9 again. Thankfully it was at 9 because originally it was scheduled for 8, but my teacher has permanently moved it to 9. Thank that man for the rest of your life. Fridays have their goods and their bads. When people see Friday, they say, even I say, it's the beginning of the weekend. However, when it comes to college or university or even high school, the weekend for majority of people out there is a work day. But for me, Friday was supposed to be my sleep-in day. Did that happen? I have an amazing story to tell you. First of all, Friday the 13th, woo, in 2013, very cool, was my friend Amanda's birthday. People hear Friday the 13th, they immediately think bad luck, which I personally don't think. For some reason, every Friday the 13th, something good happens to me. Well, this is the year that broke that beautiful, beautiful wonderment of Friday the 13th, and it is now bad luck for me, unfortunately. First of all, Legend of Korra Season 2 came out, which I am interested in, but unfortunately I was very in the mode of I want to do my homework so I can free up my weekend. So I sat in my room doing homework, while others out there went to the marquee, partied, and had their own parties in res. Maybe even house parties, who knows. But then there was a huge Facebook thingy going on talking about movies. And people were saying, well, after the whole Legend of Korra, let's do a horror movie thing. Well, it didn't turn out like we had hoped. I was expecting the theater to be filled like usual, because whenever there's something going on with movies, people immediately gather in that theater, eat popcorn, and enjoy a movie together. Well, not this time. First of all, we couldn't get the system hooked up for a good hour and a half, until finally a savior came in and plugged in his computer, and we watched Shaun of the Dead. I love Shaun of the Dead. It's funny. So we watched Shaun of the Dead, and then I left and came back here and expected to hopefully sleep in. Well, as soon as I, put my computer on sleep, plugged it in, and laid down, parties arose in the hallways, upstairs, downstairs, neighbors, everywhere you can possibly think. And it was impossible to sleep. I ranted a little bit on Facebook, and I was going to even make a rant video, but then I thought maybe they'll hear me like I can hear them. And I wanted to go all Charlie Day on their ass and complain.
Shut the fuck up for a second, alright?
But then I didn't, because it was a crowd of them, and that little voice in the back of your head is saying, you don't want to piss off people. So I waited and waited until finally, at about 1:30, it was quiet. I immediately curled up into bed, closed my eyes, and I fell asleep, finally. I had hoped to sleep in till about noon, and I almost made it. I got up at about 10:30, and as much as I want to rant about it now, what happened, and as people say, welcome to college. Parties and loud noises and homework and not being able to sleep and not properly eating at a good time or having unorganized meals is, I guess, the college experience, which comes that motto, I survived college or university. Yes, I am fighting life and surviving college by being happy, meeting new people, and talking to my loved ones and enemies through videos. And I try to look on the upside, and I try to see that this is what I have worked for. This is what I want to get into, is video. And it will get better. It's just for now I have to fight the fight and start at the bottom of the pyramid. Oh god. I make no sense because I'm drinking coffee and currently have a coffee rush. Good time, take my hand, let's have a blast and remember this moment for the rest of our lives. That song's my alarm every morning. As much as I want to say college is about learning and also having fun, there are certain limits that I can handle. On a higher note, I saw my Kruba shirt and I spammed my sister because I love it. My Kruba. And then on top of that, Rachel found these awesome pillows. They're called long distance pillows and they light up when the person is sleeping. And I kind of want to get them. I'm so lame. Do you want to see a bag of candy I bought? Freaking look at that. Like, it's the size of my face. Well, not really, but it's like, it's pretty big. Look, I'm waving. Can you feel the love tonight? I don't know. Make a video at least